Alright, welcome back to another video from MBMRC. This is Brian. Before we get too far into today's video, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give a huge thanks to a guy by the name of Andy Gideon. He has a YouTube channel on here just like we do, and I'll leave a link to that in the description below. He kind of gave a little plug for us in one of his videos, and I really appreciate it. And I want to welcome all of his guys that have came over from his recommendation to come check us out, and I really appreciate that. Today, this is kind of the second part of the Templar video, kind of what's different, what's changed with it, what Dad did different with it. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, and if you want to see more flight footage of this, look at the previously released video called The Templar, and you'll get to see kind of the part one of this. So stick around, and yeah, like the video too. So thanks a lot.
Hi, and welcome back to another video by MBMRC. Today this is part two of the Templar. This is a plane I had talked about in a former video that was kind of a scratch build project of mine. I wanted to make a 4-star that was extremely light with extremely low wing loading. I wanted to take that fold back and turn it into a real ballerina, something that was really graceful in the air and fun to flip around. So this is it for anybody that hasn't seen it. And what I'm going to do now is show what I did. And it's really just a copy of a wonderful thing that Bruce Stark did. First of all, we're going to look at the plan. On the side view of the plan, if you have a plan, this would be extremely easy to do. I'm sure you can obtain a plan from SIG. But I took this side of the fuselage and I kind of just traced it out. And when I traced it out, I wanted to make it lighter, so I decided instead of using light ply, I used 1/4-inch balsa wood here, and the template for that would look like this. So this piece here would be one of your fuselage sides, and that would be 1/4-inch balsa. And it's got a little 1/8-inch. I'm not going to go into all the details because it's built very similar to the original 4-star. And the back portion of it is all stick constructed. It's 1/4 by 1/2 or 1/4 by 3/8 with 1/4 by 1/4 stringers to lighten it up. On the top portion of it, on the turtle deck part of it, as you can see here, all I did was run a hardwood stringer from here back to here, and the covering is just draping over it. There's no sheeting here. The bottom of it is just sheeted with 1/16-inch sheeting to make it nice and rigid and strong. Very, very simple concept. And to make it even a little bit lighter, I decided to put fall-off tips on the elevator. So I took the stabilizer, and again, I basically just traced Bruce Stark's design. Only I increased the area just a little bit, and I put fall-off tips, so they're a little bit angled. And you can see that that's just a little bit oversized from what his was. Everything builds exactly the same. I didn't use his metal coupler. You can use a dowel rod in between here, and that's what I did. All the formers are built and constructed exactly the same, other than they don't have tabs on them. So you can see so far the construction of it is really, really simple. I made a rudder, and again, it's a stick-built rudder. And again, these were all efforts in reducing weight. I also put a fall-off tip on the top of the rudder to match the rest of the airplane. Now on the wing design, it's built exactly the same as the plan, within the exception, I did make the ailerons larger, and I also put fall-off tips on the wing. This is Matthew's wing, and you can see the fall-off tip, which again, this gives me a little more surface area, and also increasing the aileron size gives me more area. The other thing we did is we added, instead of the torque rods, we put dual ailerons in, which is just a matter of we screwed them down to the main spar, and we just put another brace across here, and filled it in with sheeting so that the covering would stick to it, and ran paper tubes through the inside, and there, voila, there's your dual aileron. So if I laid this out here at half span, just to give you an idea of how much bigger it is, you can see my aileron goes probably a 1/2 inch beyond his. And you can also see there's probably an additional in the back. This is a 64-inch span. The original 4-star was 60. So that's how much area we've added to it. And we've reduced that wing loading significantly. So if this is something you're interested in doing, all all you have to do is copy these wing tips, W1, W2, I mean the wing ribs, and make them, cut them out of, they're 3/32. You would cut them out of with an X-Acto knife or whatever. What comes in nice is if you have an old kit and you have these left over, you can lay this on a piece of paper, pin it down, draw around it, make your ribs from that. All the W1 is, obviously, it's a 16th inch less than W2 because this portion of the wing is sheeted. So everything, like I said, is exactly the same. So you can copy the ribs and do it exactly the same. It's just going to be a lighter 4-star. And, you know, I'm not going to take credit. This was something that Bruce Tharp did. All I did was just kind of, I made it my own, so to speak. So I love the hatch, the simplicity of it. Typically the 4-star up in this area was a sheeted piece that went over the top. We just made that a flat piece, a 1/4 inch. As you can see right there in the plan, it's just flat piece. We cut a hatch in it, a magnetic hatch. I'll show the hatch detail real quick. There's a little magnet kind of dovetailed in there, and there's a little plywood tab on the end. And there's, you know, obviously the magnet lines up with another magnet, or you could use a piece of metal. But your traditional 4-star landing gear will work on it. If you got a crashed airplane and you got gear that'll work off of that, it's, you know, it's all good. But just build it the same as you would a 4-star, and you're going to find that you'll have a plane that's really, really fun to fly. It's in my opinion, it flies better than the original 4-star. I think Bruce Tharp would be proud. But any questions, please let us know. Any comments, let us know. It's an easy, simple to do project. Little easy scratch build. Thanks again. Like and subscribe, and as always, if you got anything, give us a shout. Thanks.